Hey, what's up, you guys? Johnny Bean here, and special edition show here. Farewell to print. Guitar Player magazine ends an iconic run. Let's talk about this for a few minutes, you guys. I know a lot of us grew up with Guitar Player magazine. A lot of guitar magazines. You know, Guitar World, Guitarist for the practicing musician. There's so many different ones, so many music magazines. But this is a pretty big deal, especially for collectors. You know, if you collected magazines over the years as a kid, this is actually a Guitar Player edition right here from the pages of Guitar Player Keyboard and Frets. Positively Van Halen right here. So let's talk about this for a few minutes, you guys, here on Johnny Bean TV.
Hey, it's Corey Feldman. You're watching Johnny Bean TV, I guess.
Thank you, Corey Feldman. What's up, big guys? Johnny B, and this is what is it? It's October 10th, 2024. Actually, happy birthday to David Lee Roth. We did a show earlier today talking about that. It is 8:04 p.m. Eastern, 5:04 Pacific out here in Santa Cruz, California. And if you are brand new here, consider subscribing to the channel. If you like guitars, if you like rock music, if you like music in general, really, we talk about a lot of different stuff. If you like Van Halen, we talk Van Halen all the time, and yeah, we do interviews, all sorts of cool stuff here. But let's say hello to a few people right here. Alex Radford, he's there's a 49ers game? Are you kidding? I had no idea. Peggy is here. Hey, good to see you, Peggy. Yeah, you guys. So before we start, let's actually say hello to the top tier of channel members here on the Johnny Bean YouTube station. Channel membership. It's a great way to help support the channel and support these shows. In the top tier are the executive producers. And they are currently, actually, I have the list right here. They are Bay Area Rich, just PB and J Cat, Music Therapy Laz, Michael B, Sherman Callahan, Nova 9, Warlag, Arhabs, and Janice Lala the intern. Thank you guys for your continued support for this channel and for these shows. Hey, Keith H, what's up, man? Good to see you. Good to see you, dude. Okay, as always, you guys, there'll be here on YouTube, there'll be a timestamp in the description, so you can click that, get right to the action. Although we're actually there, so don't need to do that. All right, let's go to Guitar Player themselves, actually. Guitar Player magazine. You have witnessed a revolution. The closure of Guitar Player magazine marks the end of an era and the start of a new one. Now, I had heard about this. When was that? Was it a month ago? A few weeks ago? We're all on Facebook, and I have somebody on Facebook had mentioned it. This is before anybody knew about it, and I saw that. And basically, what's happening is Guitar Player they're ending the magazine, print, the print publication. So like the physical magazine, they are no longer gonna print. So I believe, let's actually read some of this, and let's see what it says here. Hey, dudes, I see you guys. Janice, there you are. Janice the intern. Rob Hines, 69, channel member. Another magazine going out. Man, that's what it looks like. Jeff T, yo, what's up, man? Let's see. Guitar Player magazine's final issue goes on sale next week. Read editor Chris Scapoliti, I believe is how you pronounce his name. Christopher Scapoliti's final editorial about the print magazine's historic run and its online future. So yeah, I mean, right there, basically, it tells you what's happening. But Here, let me just make sure we're live on Facebook. There we are, right? We're on Facebook. Janice the intern. Can you go over to Facebook and make sure we're there? I think we are. We're live on Facebook. We're live on YouTube. We're live on X. What's up? Searching for Tone. Welcome, man. Okay, so that's a pretty cool graphic right there. That's actually what we used for the thumbnail for the show. And by looking at that, it kind of, I mean, that first issue there, I don't know if that's the very first issue, the one on the top right, or top left, I'm sorry. I guess we could look it up and see what the very first one was. That's obviously an older issue. And then you have other ones. You got Steve Vai, Vernon Reed, Nita Strauss. That's a newer one. Jeff Beck. You got Satriani. You got McCartney. You got Eddie Van Halen down here. That was a really important issue for a lot of us. And I happen to have one right here. Right here. I actually have a totally mint version. Well, this is actually from when it came out. One of the longtime writers for Guitar Player, Jazz Obrecht, actually sent this to me. And actually, he sent me a little note. I'll probably just cover it up just because. But this was in April of 2023. He sent this to me. And this is a totally mint condition magazine from April 80. Right there. And so it turns out Jazz and I, turns out we're cousins. So we're actually in touch now and everything. And it's pretty cool. He actually sent me a few magazines. But anyway, Guitar Player magazine. So very important issue. This one, you know, I mean, that was one of Edwards, if not his first cover story. April 80. And then, of course, you know, some years later, they put out kind of like a collection called Positively Van Halen. It says it has fold-out posters. This is winter 1986. From the pages of Guitar Player, Keyboard, and Frets magazine, exclusive interviews, photographs. This is a really cool one. You know. There we go. Great photo there of Edward. That's actually a Neil Zlozauer right there. You guys know. We know Neil. Very cool. Great photos. Actually, they're probably all Zlaz. Probably all his photos. But anyway, Van Halen, of course, huge part of guitar magazines, Guitar Player. But again, very, very cool collage of magazines there from over the years. Oh yeah, there's another early one there. There's Hendrix there. Obviously an older issue. There's another one here, Jerry Garcia. And then later in the 70s, you started seeing these, like the one with Clapton here. Probably the Bonnie Raitt one up here. Those are obviously 1970s issues. So the magazine, they're no longer going to print issues, but well, let's read. After nearly 58 years in print, Guitar Player magazine will cease publication with its December 2024 issue. And if we look at this right in the middle here, this will be the final issue. So you collectors, looks like Jimmy Page will be the very last one on the cover. It says 58 years of our greatest stories and triumphs. And then up here, it actually says our final edition, 1967 to 2024 collector's issue. So that's pretty cool. So if you're a collector, you'll want to grab one of those. Although I think probably, you know, just, you know, if you're a musician, I mean, it's a pretty historic thing. So the magazine's editor, Christopher Scapoliti, I believe is how you say his name, will become digital editor-in-chief of GuitarPlayer.com, where he and the magazine's contributors will continue to serve the interests and needs of the guitar playing community. Founded in 1967, Guitar Player is the world's oldest continuously published magazine devoted to guitarists, guitar gear, including electric guitars and acoustic guitars, and instruction. Over nearly 6 decades of publication, GP has featured some of the music's most important iconic guitarists, beginning with its December 1968 cover story on Jimi Hendrix. So I guess that where was it? We saw it. Maybe the green one. Maybe that green issue. Maybe that's the one with Hendrix. Maybe that's it. Very cool. Wow. Let's see. Check out. Let's see. Rob Hines, 69, channel member. Better make sure to get it. Yeah. Yeah, and that's the thing, too. I think we were talking with Steve Rosen a couple days ago. And I'd mentioned to him, like, some of these guitar magazines, they're getting harder and harder to find, just in general. Like at your local supermarket or even the Barnes and Noble. It's getting harder to find some of these issues. Let's see. Dylan says, "Is Guitar Player and Guitar World the same publication?" No, they're two different magazines. Two different. And Janice says, "We are here." Yes, we're on Facebook. Thank you, Janice. Janice, can you go over to X and make sure we're there too? Let's see. Seen you on Steve Cassidy Live. Hey, right on, man. Right on, dude. Welcome. Consider subscribing. Welcome. We love guitars. We love music. Rob Hines is saying, "Darn internet. Killing another one." We don't get our local newspapers because of everything being online these days. Except our local paper went completely out. Now, not even online now. Are you kidding? Your newspaper isn't even online? Wow. Well, I'll tell you, for one thing, I like being online, because otherwise I would have to print a newsletter every day and mail them out to you guys. That's kind of funny. That's actually a good idea. Janice, can you send me an X reminding me to start printing newsletters? Thank you. In case this internet thing doesn't work out. I mean, it's only been like 25 years of the internet or whatever. Oh, there you are. Yes, we're on X as well. Thank you, Janice. Making Janice get her steps in. Yeah. Well, Janice is our official intern. So we do need to make sure that, she goes around and makes sure that we're actually online where we're supposed to be. Okay, we read all that. Let's keep going. Let's read a few more stuff here. For its final cover, the magazine presents a brand new interview with Jimmy Page, who discusses upcoming recreations of the guitars and amplifiers he used on Led Zeppelin's classic recordings and tours. The issue comes out October 15th and can be purchased at newsstands. Or so they're saying. Like I said, I've had an issue. The truth is, the truth is, Guitar Player I can find everywhere. It's Guitar World I've had a problem with finding on newsstands. No joke. So that's kind of weird. So the magazine that is continuing is the one that I'm having a harder time finding. That doesn't make sense. I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. By the way, drop a comment below if you're watching on playback. Scapoliti's final editorial is printed in full below. I can read some of this, or you guys can pause the screen. You've witnessed a revolution when Guitar Player made its debut 58 years ago in 1967. and marked a new era for guitar. For the first time, the instrument was celebrated in a regularly published magazine devoted to furthering guitarists, guitar gear, and its makers, and guitar. How do you even pronounce that word? Virtuoso, virtuosity. I don't know, but what founder Bud Eastman began laid the first stone of an empire that would go on to launch many other magazines, including Bass Player, Frets, and Keyboard. Do you guys remember those magazines? I remember picking up an issue of Keyboard back in 1988 because Eddie Van Halen was on the cover. Did you guys know that? Actually, Eddie was on the cover of Keyboard magazine at least 2 times that I can think of. Published books. I actually have one of those books here somewhere. And wait a minute, aren't those books? Wait a minute. I actually have some Guitar Player books here that I just realized. Let me actually get this big box out of the way. New Guitar Day? Here, let's move that. Check this out, you guys. Come here. Look at this. Okay, you can go back over there. Here. Janice, remind me that I need to get an extra table in here too. Thank you. Okay, so Guitar Player also published some books. This is one of them. And again, my cousin, Jazz Obrecht. Edited by Jazz Obrecht. Masters of Heavy Metal. And look who's on the cover of this. That's a great photo. Includes Hendrix, Van Halen, Michael Schenker, Randy Rhoads, Def Leppard, Led Zeppelin, Jimmy Page, Black Sabbath, Ted Nugent, Rainbow's Ritchie Blackmore, Scorpions, and Judas Priest. I think among others. And more. And more. This is a great book. I've had this since I was a kid. And it's basically interviews and articles from Guitar Player magazine over the years. Although I think this was published in like 1984 or something. So of course there's been much more since then. But you guys know me being the Van Halen dude. I mean, it's the Van Halen is really the reason I bought this. You know? Great stuff. Yeah. So anyway, so Guitar Player would publish books. Are these Guitar Player books too? I'm looking. Maybe they're not. Maybe these aren't Guitar Player books. Wait, I wrote... Oh, wait, the author actually wrote for some of the material... Oh, this might be a Guitar Player book. It's called Guitar Gadgets. Very cool cover on this. This basically talks about all kinds of pedals and effects and what they do and the science. Look at that. There's like science, photos, threshold level figures. Talks about drum snares. Talks about noise gates. All that cool stuff. Are these all from Guitar? I mean, these are obviously all the same things. Are they Guitar Player? Here's another one that I have. Complete Guitar Repair. By the way, join us on Saturday nights. A show called Saturday Night. We actually do some guitar stuff on here, like hands-on guitar work. Okay, I'm not sure if this is a Guitar Player book or not, but I've got like the whole set. Anyway. Guitar Gear, that's another one. Oh, yeah, it says right there. Expert description, analysis, and advice on all kinds of guitars, accessories, and electronic equipment from Guitar Player magazine, edited by John Brosh. So this is from Guitar... No, this is another Guitar Player book. There you go. Oh, from the pages of Guitar Player magazine. Okay. So it is. So all these. All these. Look at that one. So Guitar Player would publish books. Look at that Space Echo. Oh man, I want one of those, man. That is cool. Talks about guitar synthesizers. Again, this is stuff from the early 80s. You know, this was high tech. Look at that GR700 guitar synthesizer. You know, stuff like that. And then there's this one here, customizing your electric guitar. Very cool books. And again, more science. Diagrams. Look at that. That's cool. Very cool. So I think these are all similar. At least they all look identical. So Guitar Player magazine published books as well, and we're lucky to have some of those. But let's continue reading. Let's actually say hello to some people here. Sonny, what's up, Sonny? Cherry Lane did guitar for the practicing musician. Okay, yeah, that was a different. What those books from Cherry Lane? These ones, or different ones? Let's see. No, these are Amsco, I think it says. Amsco Publications. So that's a little different. Wolf Marshall, I believe, did the first tab books on Van Halen, Van Halen 2, before Hal Leonard. Oh, wow. JB, do you have News and Smoke Store down there? One up here has Guitar World. News and Smoke Store? I don't know. Hey, what's up, man? Jed, good to see you. Dylan says, I got about 20 Guitar World magazines at a thrift store. A few have EVH. Right on, man. Very cool. Okay, let's keep reading. Let's see. I think we read a bunch of that. And now our print run has come to an end. With this issue, meaning that issue with Page coming out, Guitar Player will move fully online to guitarplayer.com, where we'll continue to bring you the same great content you've come to expect, as well as video interviews and lessons and more. So I think is that it? Oh no, there's more here. Okay, the why will be obvious, even if you don't keep each issue tucked away chronologically on shelves. These increasingly slim volumes demonstrate our almost historic efforts to persist in an era where advertisers find greater opportunities online. Throughout the ups and downs of these years, we've appreciated the support of those readers and advertisers who have kept Guitar Player's print edition going concern. While longtime readers will lament this change, there's much more to come in Guitar Player's future. As this final issue, what better way to wrap up our history than to have Jimmy Page help us do what we've always done best: bring you the finest interviews with your favorite players. Okay, so here's some of the important things here. And now a few last matters. To our subscribers, we'll automatically transfer your subscription to our sister title, Guitar World magazine. Okay. So it looks like the same company owns them now. Okay. If you prefer a refund of your remaining subscription term, we'll be happy to assist you at help@magazinedirect.com. And in thanks, my 6 years as a Guitar Player wouldn't have been as fulfilling without the support of our managing editor, Stuart Williams, content director, Scott Rowley, and head of design Brad Merritt. So there you go. And he's thanking a bunch of people here. There we go. Jude Gold. Okay, so it looks like he's saying goodbye, but I think it's goodbye to the print edition, which I'll I'll admit, like I said, I would buy magazines for years, and I do have some over here. Some of these I showed you already, like the Positively Van Halen. Actually, that was sent to me from Jazz. My cousin, Jazz Obrecht, sent me that one. He also sent me this one here. Jazz Obrecht also did this issue here, guitar player. This is with Edward and Sammy. Sammy actually signed this. He signed this for a friend of mine, and this friend of mine gave me this, like 30 years ago. It says, "Don't try this at home." Sammy Hagar, Red Rocker. He's like jumping up in the air. Jazz also did this interview. He actually released the audio from it. You guys can actually hear that. You guys might remember this magazine, Best of Guitar Player, Van Halen, unpublished interviews. I think Jazz sent me this as well. This was from, I want to say this was from 1993. I had this back in the day when it was brand new. Do you guys remember this ad? Congratulations, Ed. When they first came out with the Van Halen Music Mans. I remember thinking, wow, look at all those colors. That's cool. So here's something that you won't see anymore. Remember these things? They fall out of the magazines. Save 64% guitar player. Look at that. Again, this was like 30 years ago. So you could get subscribe, get 2 years for the price of one. 24 issues for $30. Or you could get 12 issues for $20. Do you guys remember that? Now it's almost like $20 for like 1 or 2 issues, right? For the print? Well, I don't think it's that much, but it's not too far off. The Van Halen tapes. Yeah, again, my cousin Jazz Obrecht. He wrote, he did all this stuff. Wow. Let's see. Yo, what's up, man? ASMR. I bet those store employees were so sick of cleaning up magazine inserts. Yeah. I go to Barnes & Noble a lot. And a lot of times they would have these huge carts with all these magazines, and the magazines that didn't sell, they'd be putting them back on the carts to push, either they send back or throw them in the trash. I don't know. Here's another one my cousin did. Another one here, guitar player, with Andy Summers of the Police. You guys know Andy is a friend. He signed this for me, I think back in 1997 or something. That's his signature right there. Andy Summers. You guys know, where's the photo? There we go. I've got that nice selfie with him. That was from last year. So, let me see. Huh? No way. Jazz was one of the top guys. Him and John Sticks and Wolf. Yeah. Jazz Obrecht is my cousin. Yeah. It's true. Ask him. He'll tell you. Yeah. Guitar player has more articles and lessons. Seems to be more advanced players in guitar. World provides transcriptions to at least 3-month to 3 songs a month. Wow. Yeah. I mean, but I'll admit it's been a while since I bought a magazine. I don't buy magazines anymore like I used to. When I was a kid, I used to buy them all the time. I mean, I would have subscriptions to. I think I had somebody actually bought me a subscription to. Was it Guitar World? Like like maybe like 5 years back, somebody bought me a subscription. Like a viewer, somebody in my chat bought me a subscription, so I started getting these magazines in the mail. And that was about 5 years ago. And since then, every once in a while, I'll buy one. But I mean, this just kind of shows you. Well, in the chat, how many of you guys still buy magazines? I mean, if you can read it online, like if there's a website and it's online, you could just read it on your phone. This is my phone right here. I mean, who would, in the chat, do you still buy magazines? Yes or no? Drop a comment below if you're watching on playback. I mean, I know there's still people out there that you know, they collect the stuff. But like I said, a lot of it really depends on where you are too. Even where I am, I'm actually in the area where Guitar Player is made. Bay Area. Guitar Player is a Bay Area magazine. And like I said, sometimes I'll go to the store and sometimes it'll be tough to find issues. You know? Although it was Guitar World that I had said, which was kind of tough, and that is true. I couldn't even find it at Barnes & Noble. I had to ask. Let's see. Let's take a few more comments, and then we'll wrap this up, you guys. I like to keep these shows a little shorter than my normal 4-hour marathon shows. Janice says no. So you don't buy magazines anymore. Sonny says I teach to keep them in my studio's bathroom, and I give them to your students. I haven't bought a guitar magazine in 20 years. How do you pronounce your name? GRDX ASMR. Truthfully, I probably haven't. Well, I have, but it has to be like a special issue for me to get it. I mean, a lot of us. I mean, we would just go to Barnes and Noble and just look through it, just thumb through the magazine. That subscription paper falls on the floor. You put it away. Mark Taylor, I subscribe to guitar magazines digitally on my Kindle. That's a good idea. So you can still subscribe to stuff just digitally. You ever interview your cousin? Stories he could tell. Keep it here, as Michael Anthony says. And you may see Jazz on the show. If only Eddie Van Halen is on the cover. Carmen says, hey, welcome, man. We're seeing some new names. Thank you, guys. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel if you're not. It's great to see you guys. That's the thing is I would only buy guitar magazines, really, if Eddie was mentioned in there, if there was a new photo at the time. Mostly this is like in the 90s we're talking. Not so much, well, like I said, if Van Halen was on the cover, it's guaranteed that I would buy it. You know. But again, it's a different world now. With stuff online, you can just read it on your phone. You know? It's a whole different world. But I do remember when I first moved to California, I don't even know how I even got a hold of this guy, but somebody was giving away like a freaking stack of guitar players. This was back in 1992. Somebody was giving away a stack of, actually, I still have some of these magazines. We'll be giving them away. Watch this. Guitar Player is no longer going to be printing magazines. I still have stacks of them from 30 years ago. And even though they're probably going to be worth money now, we'll be giving them away on the channel here. So, again, make sure to subscribe to the channel here on YouTube. Help us get to our next goal of 12,500 YouTube subscribers. But if you're watching on Facebook, you can help out. Just drop your comments and your likes on Facebook. You can help support with Facebook stars if you like. If you're watching us on Twitch, retweet or Twitch, I'm sorry, X. If you're watching us on X, you can repost, these videos. That's cool. And we do live shows on Twitch as well, though we're not live on Twitch currently right now. I will be live on Twitch a little later, though, tonight. Or maybe after this. Maybe I'll do some video gaming. We'll see. Sonny says, your cousin had some great VH articles. Yeah. Between Jazz and Steve Rosen, who we just had on a couple days ago. You guys know Steve Rosen. You know his book Tone Chaser, which I have. Right here. This is actually the box they ship in if you buy it. Right there. Steve Rosen, Tone Chaser. You guys know Steve. He was just here. Watch the video. He was just here 2 days ago. He was here on Tuesday. Check out that video. There'll be a card at the end of this video, and right about here will be the Steve Rosen video, and here will be, I don't know, maybe today's video wishing David Lee Roth happy birthday, maybe. So, Carmen says, I used to buy Cream and Hit Parader magazines like that back in the 80s. Yeah, see, I would buy those in the 90s. I would buy them, well, obviously used, They weren't brand new when I'd be buying them. There was there was one of the greatest record stores on the planet years ago in Mill Valley, California. It was called Village Music. That's actually where I got this. Sammy used to come into Village Music, and he would drop stuff off. And Sammy actually dropped this off at Village Music one time. I guess he left this for the owner of the store, and the owner gave it to me. Right here. This is October 87, this particular one. Guitar player. They're actually talking about Sammy's solo album. Look. By the way, this guitar is actually going up for auction. A friend of mine owned this guitar. This guitar is actually this actual guitar, this Jackson, is going up for auction at some point. We'll talk about it on the show here. Maybe on Tuesday. There you go. Anyway, I got this from, this is a gift from the owner of Village Music in Mill Valley, California. Village Music was the greatest record shop ever, you guys. Huey Lewis used to shop there. Sammy Hagar used to shop there. Jerry Garcia. I mean, all the big musicians in Marin County would shop there. And they had a magazine section in the back. It was like something you guys had never seen before. And that's where I would get all the old issues of Cream magazine, especially if they had Van Halen on the cover or in them. I would buy them. And I'll tell you guys a quick story here. Jim is saying, do you think Guitar World is next to go out? I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, out of the two, which is your guys' favorite? Guitar Player or Guitar World? In the chat. Just say Player or World, because they're both, or put GP or GW. Which was your favorite? Maybe over the years. Which one had, which cover stories did you like from those issues? So anyway, I used to get all those magazines, and actually this was back in 1994. Yeah. Back in 1994, I was in the back, and I was digging around through the magazines, because what I would do is I would sit back there for hours, and I was able to look through them. And the ones that had Van Halen, I would buy. I would walk out with stacks of magazines. That's why I still have so many. I'll be giving a bunch of those away on the channel here on future episodes. So make sure you subscribe to the channel. Smash that subscribe. Smash that thumbs up. But I remember I walked out one day with a stack of magazines. Kind of like this. right? And the owner, his name was John. And he goes, you just missed Sammy. Sammy was just here. I'm like, what? It's like, yeah, he comes in all the time. You just missed him. I was like, no. So I'm in the back of the store looking for magazines with him on them. Well, them. Sammy's in the store walking around. I had no idea. This was 1995. So anyway, maybe he felt bad for me, and maybe that's when he gave me this. Maybe. I can't remember. But I do remember Sammy apparently came in another time and delivered copies of the Van Halen album Balance. And I bought vinyl copies of Balance from the store, and they were hand delivered from Sammy himself. They actually gave me some guitar picks too. I still have a Michael Anthony Balance guitar pick and a Sammy Hagar Balance guitar pick, and this is before even the tour even started. I still have the guitar picks. They're not in here. They're in another place, but I'll show them to you guys next time. Remind in the chat if you guys remind me of this stuff. I'll show you. Okay, let's look really quickly, and then I'll let you guys go. Wayne says, happy birthday, David Lee Roth. Carmen says, Guitar World. Wayne says, Guitar World. Jim says, Guitar World. Mark Taylor says, hey to Janice. So you guys are all saying, well, no wonder Guitar Player is not making magazines anymore, because you guys all like Guitar World. Who knows? I liked all of it. But, it was all cool stuff. But again, these days, everything's online. You can read everything. So, and it looks like they have a subscription online too. So you can read more stuff. Some newspapers you can't even read. Like a lot of times for some news stories, I'll try to go to like the LA Times. Can't even read it. The website's locked down. You actually have to subscribe to even read the website. Now, will it get to that level with everything? Probably not. But there's definitely a paywall for certain things. So Sonny is saying your show is the bomb. You mean it's horrible? Oh wait. The bomb, that means cool, right? I hope. Did anyone hear the new Dream Theater song Night Terror? I didn't. How is it, Jim? Is it good? Honestly, why pay for something you can find for free online? LOL. Okay, George is saying. Well, I mean, I guess. But like I said, there's still gonna be a paywall out there for certain things. But I mean, I'll admit, I'll go to Barnes and Noble, if I'm, waiting, and thumb through the magazine and oh, okay, cool. Thing is, these days you can just take your phone. You can just take a photo. You can just take a photo of the article and read it on your phone. I'll admit that yeah. All right. You can have Alex in his voice read his book Brothers, Carmen's saying. Yeah, we talked about that. That's coming up. Actually, I'll be down in LA for the event. Alex will be on stage being interviewed, and I'll be down there for that. I'll bring you guys exclusive content here on the channel from that. It'll be cool. Do you know when the audiobook of Brothers is coming out? I think the end of the month. Like towards the end of October is when all that comes out. And you're saying it's a great show. Thank you so much. I love doing these shows for you guys. I love doing this stuff. It's great. See, Riffs says, seen my first issue of Guitar Player in middle school library. Maybe it was Eric Johnson or Geddy Lee or Alex Lifeson on the cover. A little floppy record of Steve Vai's Blue Powder and Eric. Steve Vai? Wait a minute. Are you talking about well, where is it? Are you talking about this guy right here? If I can find it. Oh man, it's gone. It's gone. Well, I'll play another channel ID until I can find that one. Well, you guys know this guy actually played bass with Steve Vai. Hey, this is Billy Sheehan. You're watching Johnny Bean TV.
Okay, ready?
Ready.
Hola, amigos. This is your bass player, Billy Sheehan. You're watching me right here on my dear friend, John. It went away.
Oh, no.
Johnny Bean. We do radio IDs all the time, but if it's not written down, even if the guy is standing right there, it's a weird mental problem.
You said we're dear friends,
Johnny
but then you couldn't remember my name.
Dear friend, what's it?
Who is that?
No, it's a weird thing. Whenever we do radio IDs or TV things, if it's not written down, you're lost. It's hilarious. But Johnny B, come on, here we go. Let's do take two. I'll get it.
Johnny. Hey, Johnny. I'm over here.
Over where?
I'm over here. Over here, Johnny. Hey,
there
Johnny,
he is.
How you doing? This is Steve.
Steve Vai. There we go. We found it. There you go. Mr. Big Rocks. Yeah. I met them when I was a kid. Billy Sheehan. Actually, I've got a signed... He actually signed this for me years ago. Right here. I think I got this from the NAMM show at some point. To Johnny, Billy Sheehan. By the way, speaking of NAMM show, I'll be there end of January. Right? NAMM show. January 21st. So if you want exclusive NAMM show coverage, this is the place you want to be, right here. So make sure to subscribe to the channel and join us. Yeah. Okay. Come on, Johnny. I thought you were older. How old do you think I am? Drop a comment below. How old? It's okay. It's all good. Mr. Big was your first concert? Okay, I'll tell you another quick story, and then I'll let you guys go. In 1991, I used to hang out at this radio station called Q102 in Lincoln, Nebraska. And there's this DJ. His name was John the Animal Terry. And he would like show me like how the radio station, all this stuff worked. It was great. He would give me like boxes of like cassettes, you know. Anyway, John the Animal Terry, he was the first DJ to play the Mr. Big song called To Be With You. And because of him playing that, it became a huge hit. So the band came to Lincoln, Nebraska. Again, this was 1991? No, this was 92. Because I remember when I first met Billy Sheehan. I mean, obviously you can see I talked to him. Billy Sheehan's been on my show twice so far, okay? When I first met Billy Sheehan in 1992, I said, hey, Van Halen's coming to town next month. Can you get me backstage passes? He's like, no, sorry, I can't. He's like, it's a different organization. But anyway, I saw Mr. Big in concert that night. And it was a great show. And it was only $12 to see that show. I basically skipped school that day. I followed Mr. Big around all day that day. Did you guys know there was another band called Mr. Big, apparently? Like in the 60s or 70s? Because I was at a record store yesterday, and I was flipping through the Mr. Big CD section, and there was another CD by a band called Mr. Big, but it wasn't them. And it was like older. Let's see. I had a blue powder edition. Little floppy records. First time I heard Cliffs of Dover. Oh, that's cool, Billy. Right on, man. You're 52? Okay, what did I say? You guys guess how old I am? Riff says 40. Jim says 44. You guys are being too kind. I'll take it. I'll say I'm 44. Although I'm not 52. I'm in between 40 and 52. Okay, somewhere. Jeff T, channel member. Good to see you. Looks like Nightbot woke up. So if you guys see somebody named Nightbot in the chat here, that's me. You can trust those links. Okay. Jim says, Johnny, I first see you on YouTube at last year's Winter NAMM. That's how I discovered you. Oh, right on, man. Thank you so much. We'll be back. NAMM show invited me. I'll be there as influencer. See my badge there. It says media. I'll be there as media. So you'll get exclusive NAMM show coverage right here starting January 21st on the channel, here on YouTube, on X, on Twitch, on Facebook, all the different platforms. I'll be live for hours and hours and hours. So it'll be fun. It'll be cool. Okay, I'm going to let you guys go. I like to try to keep these shows, a little shorter than normal, because I bring you guys a lot of content now, because I have my own studio here, able to do it. It's awesome. Thank you again for tuning in, you guys, and thank you again to our channel members here on the YouTube side of Johnny Bean TV. Thank you for your continued support, you guys. Today's Thursday. We'll be doing a show tomorrow, which we'll continue to talk about Guitar Player Magazine and what this means for the future of content. So tune in tomorrow. We do a show called Talking Guitars. Right, today's Thursday, right? Yeah, so Friday. So tomorrow we'll do a Talking Guitars episode where we talk guitars. Saturday nights, we do a show called Straturday Night, and we work on guitars. I've got a nice little workbench set up. Here, let's bring this monitor over a little bit. There we go. I've got a nice little workbench over here. It's kind of covered up. But, there we go. My monitors are now on these arms, these huge these arms here, so I can move my monitors around. It's great. Let's see. Music Therapy Laz. I missed this while building stuff. Hang on, I got sound effects for that, Laz. Hey, Laz will be live. What time's your show, man? Actually, I can put your show in the chat. Let's do that. You guys, let me give you guys Laz's video, and then I'll let you guys go. Okay, here it is. You're doing a show called a Gear and Demo Show, Guitar Summit. Okay. Here's the link for Laz's show tonight. What time is your show? It says 10:30 Eastern. And my cartoon face is on the thumbnail, so it looks like I'll be there. So you guys, check out this check this out a little later this evening. There you go. Gear and Demo Show. Our friend Laz was just in Europe, and he went to this thing called Guitar Summit. So he'll be recapping some of that. I think you'll be showing some footage from that too, right? Wink, wink. Right on. All right. So click on that and subscribe to Laz. Where are you at subscription-wise? 844. Can we get him to 900 subscribers? Maybe. Can we try? Let's get him to 9. Let's get him to 9. Let's get him to an even number. Let's get Laz to 900. There we go. Okay, George just followed you. Right on. Very cool. Thank you, man. There we go. There you go, man. You're welcome. Subscribed. There we go. Cool. Very cool. Okay. Oh, he wasn't kidding. You're now up to 845 subscribers. I see it. Laz says if we bake 1,000 by the end of the year, oh, it's getting hotter and hotter, man. You'll give away a guitar and even send it. So keep baking. Says thanks, George. There you go. Thank you, George. Again, great to seeing some new names in the chat. Consider subscribing, to my channel as well. for more content, more fun, more music news, guitar stuff. Especially if you like, rock music, Van Halen type of stuff. That's, a lot of my favorite stuff. I will see you guys. I'll see you guys over on Laz's channel at 10:30 in 91 minutes, it says. Okay? All right. We already said thank you to channel members. We'll drop a couple channel IDs here, and then I'll see you guys tomorrow. So keep it here. Thank you again for watching. And Guitar Player Magazine will now fully be online. So hopefully this internet thing doesn't... hopefully the internet keeps going. All right. I'll see you guys. I'll see you guys later. All right. Thanks for watching, you guys. This is... What channel... Actually, let's play a few IDs. What channel is this, Lori Tucker from Van Halen's Hot for Teacher music video?
I just want to be like, how old are you?
Hey, it's Lori Tucker and
Johnny Bean.
and we're here at the Forum and we're going to see
Sammy Hagar.
And you're watching Johnny Bean TV. Stay tuned.
Sammy,
What's up, dude?
how you doing, man?
I'm doing pretty good.
Hi,
you
hi,
want to
hi.
film? You can film all you want, man.
you. Hey,
What do
Kenny?
you want me to tell you in that camera?
Hey,
Hey, happy birthday to you, man.
Thanks. I'm Johnny Bean. I've met you a few
Johnny
times.
Bean?
Johnny Bean. Oh, yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
hey, Johnny Bean, Sammy Hagar here, man. Congratulations.
There you go.
Hi, this is Alex Skolnick, and you're watching Johnny Bean TV.
Hey guys, it's Adrian Vandenberg. You're watching Johnny Bean on TV.
All right.
Hey, this is Jennifer Batten, and you are watching Johnny Bean TV. Hey, this is Ricky Rocket, and you're watching my buddy Johnny Bean right here on his channel.
Thank you, first of all, very much for joining us. But now we've got Johnny. Hello, Johnny.
Hi, how are you?
Is that Johnny Bean?
Yes.
Hey, man, how are you?
Hey, good to see you, man. Been a while.
Are you still living in San Francisco?
Yep.
You guys know each other? You guys hang out?
I bet it. Yeah, it's funny.
Thank you again, you guys, for watching. Click on the screen. You can watch a previous video, and you guys... Well, actually, right now, they're both previous. But check out another video and subscribe to Johnny Bean TV.